And good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to a hot and humid day here at Chesterfield for today's NCAA Division I women's soccer match between the Western Carolina Catamounts and the hosting Ohio Bobcats. Welcome inside the booth, everyone. My name is Gavin Kerrigan, alongside me today my partner, Darius Setha. Now, Darius, this Western Carolina team hasn't had the best start to their season. What can they do to get back on the red path and find some good form?
Yeah, thanks so much for having me, Gavin. I think today for Western Carolina, what they need to do is really control possession and get going early on the offensive end. Right now, they're off to a record of 1, 2, and 4. That means they have 4 ties already on the season, and only one of those ties is in a game where they actually scored. It was a 1-1 draw to Mount St. Mary's. The other 3 draws have all been 0-0. So I think if this Western Carolina team can get going early on the offensive end, get some combination passing going, it really will pay dividends for them moving forward in the game.
Absolutely. Now for the hosting Bobcats, off to a 3-2-1 start this season, not too bad. They have found some good form as of late the past couple of weeks, winning 3 in a row. Two out of 3 of those games being a clean sheet, 11-0 and 2-0. However, they did have a loss a couple of days ago to a very good Notre Dame fighting outside. What can they do here today to get back to winning ways?
Really, I think it's just knowing who you are as a soccer team. Obviously, this Ohio team has had some very impressive performances on the offensive side of the ball, including that opening day matchup against VMI where they scored 11 total goals. I think Scout Murray's got to get going for this offense early, and it'll be interesting to see how the goalkeeper situation plays out. Celeste Sloma playing once again for OU. Sam Wexel did get some reps in the last game against Notre Dame, but the freshman Celeste Sloma, who's had a phenomenal start to her career as a Bobcat so far, will see if she can continue that. And it's going to be interesting to see, just again, similar with Western Carolina, Bobcats really got to get that possession game going early, and I think if they do that, it'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
Absolutely, and a lot of great storylines here to continue as this game and as this season moves on, as this is the last game of non-conference play for the Bobcats before they go on to MAC conference play. Here we are, we're about ready, and kickoff, here we are. It looks like that the Ohio team's running a 4-2-3-1 almost.
Yeah.
And it seems that the Catamounts are running a 4-2-3-1, it would look like. Of course, that can change at any time in the game, though. We can go ahead and go over the starting 11. Let's go ahead and start with the hosting Bobcats. In net, we have freshman Celeste Sloma. Obviously, she's, as you said, is having a great start to her Bobcat career so far. We have Maya Kaufman, Isabella Ganocci, Sydney Dawson, Haley Miller, Ella Bianco, Abby Townsend, the graduate student, Shay Robertson, Ryan Burge, Kennedy Ripple, and Carson Preach. And now for the visiting Western Carolina Catamounts. In goal is Leanne Trudell, the freshman from Quebec, Canada. As this team, as I saw, has a lot of Canadian talent on their roster. We have Abby Wise, Mila Siska, Naya Marcial, Maggie Lloyd, Caitlin Galbraith, Riley Terry, Riley Nelson, and Isabella DeMarco, as well as Abby Lanehart is the starting 11 for today's game. And a nice ball down there on the left wing side. Bringing it in, looking across.
Last time these two teams met, Gavin, back on September 19th of 2021, and Western Carolina picked up the victory, a 3-0 win. And get this, all the goals came in the second half. So Western Carolina really picked up their momentum in the second half. We'll see what kind of story we have for you fans today.
Absolutely. Ball's being brought up, and a nice pass there to number 6. That would be Mila Siska. As she takes the ball out of bounds, that would be a Western Carolina throw. Ball's taken back in to the right back, and a nice switch of field right there, back over to number 5. That'll be Abby Wise on a nice ball, but is picked out nicely there by Maya Kaufman, and the ball is out for another throw in.
Another thing for this Bobcats team is you really just want to be able to build good habits. This is going to be their last game before they begin MAC play next Thursday against Kent State on the road. So really kind of, building out of your defense, getting those combination passes. I had the chance to play soccer in high school, and that's really one of the key themes that my coaches throughout the years hit hard on was just, make those combination passes, make those extra effort plays, especially when you have bigger games on the schedule coming up next week.
Absolutely, and my coach as well in high school, he was always big on that 1-2 give and go touch passes. Obviously, that's very difficult to do, but if you can do it, that is a very fluent ball, which will help you immensely.
Gavin, what position did you play in high school?
I was a goalkeeper, actually goalkeeper and a forward.
Okay, wow. You're like literally polar opposites.
I know. Ooh, a nice tackle there from Maya Kaufman as she wins the ball and boots it back upfield to get it out of play and out of the harm's way. Any ball really put into that 18-yard box can really be swept in there on a nice pullback or a nice cross, and it's always dangerous being on the edge of that 18 there. A nice tackle there. WCU has really controlled possession here for these first couple minutes within this match. The Bobcats really struggling to really find a way into this game so far.
Yeah, you wouldn't think that just by the way they're playing that Western Carolina has a 1-2-4 record. They're really playing out here trying to prove something.
Absolutely, and when we did look at their matches, as you said, foul call there. Western Carolina, three of their draws were 0-0, 0-0. Looking at that, you can think of two things. You can think that the offense really is not getting involved, but you're also looking at the defense. And the defense, I mean, 3 shutouts, that's pretty impressive.
Yeah. Got to have good offense, though, if you want to go far, though.
Absolutely. Free kick here taken by Elko. She boosts the ball up. Header there, won by Western Carolina, and possession is taken over by them again. Couple of head balls.
Usually at this point in a soccer game, at the very beginning, really more of a feel-out process. Both teams trying to get a good idea of what the formations are going to look like, how they're going to come out of, different set pieces. So really at this point in the game, it's really just figuring out what the team is going to look like moving forward and what their game plan is going to be for the majority of the game.
Absolutely. The ball down here in the right-hand corner. The Bobcats continuing to put pressure, and they will not win the throw as a foul is called. Actually, no, it's a throw-in. It took a deflection. That is my apologies. Throwback in, cut out nicely by the Bobcats. Here they come inside, looking for a pullback. The pullback is in there. The shot is blocked. A good little attacking burst there from the Bobcats.
Great deflection there, a clutch deflection by Western Carolina.
And the Bobcats continuing to put possession there on a nice ball. And a switch of play. It tried to work there, but it's cut out by number 16 for Western Carolina. That would be Paige McCara. I believe that's the wrong number. And here comes Western Carolina. On a back pass that is deflected out for a corner kick, the first corner kick of this match.
Ball defended over the touchline. Corner kick. Western Carolina.
Looking to take it will be number 7, Nia Marcel, the sophomore, also from Quebec, Canada. Again, as I said before, they have a couple of players from Canada, mainly from Quebec, and I believe a couple were from Ontario as well. Which is always interesting to see the different regions.
Yeah,
absolutely. And that takes a deflection now for another Catamount corner. I gotta say, that is a cool name.
Which one?
The Catamounts.
Catamounts? That is an it's one that I've never heard before. I don't think I've ever heard of a team named Catamounts.
I haven't either, but honestly, I like it.
Honestly, if it has cats in it, Bobcats,
right.
Catamounts.
It's close enough. The header there is taken out, and OU chooses to clear. Now here comes up Abby Townsend.
Let's see what they can do on the fast break here.
Abby Townsend keep on going with the ball until she's dispossessed right there by number 12 of Western Carolina. That will be Kaylin Galbraith with a good defensive play right there. Abby Townsend, the graduate student for Bobcats, obviously a big-time leader on the pitch as well as in the dressing room. That's a nice ball, but a great takeout there by the left back in possession is taken over by the Bobcats. Another interception made. And Western Carolina looking to really try and take back possession, as they had it for the first 5-10 minutes of the match, but they have not really controlled it since. So I think that what they're going to try and do here is just take possession and try and get something to move up the pitch here. And a nice
move
right
there, yeah.
But possession is taken back from the Bobcats. And Abby Townsend once again on the ball. She's dispossessed by number 12 right there. That would be once again Caitlin Galbraith. She has made some nice defensive plays here early in this match.
Also, Isabella DeMarco, number 29 for Western Carolina, with some good movement there, as we saw just recently here on the near sideline. Just that effort. She is open right now.
She is. She's actually wide open. So if one of her teammates could actually find her on a cross or on a decent little ball there, she might be in. And the freshman Sloma taking the ball out. Sloma has had a great start to her career here as a Bobcat, and as a freshman, she's doing great things.
She truly has, and knowing Sam Wexel, who's really been a key piece for this Bobcats team for so many years, it's really interesting to see how Sloma's been playing. She's kept 3 clean sheets in 6 games, and she was named first team All-Conference and first team All-District in her senior season of high school at Worthington Kilbourne High School in Columbus.
Absolutely. Let's see, a foul call was right there, so a free kick will be taken from there. Set pieces in soccer are always a very dangerous threat, even if it is just from somewhere like the midway line here. If you can get enough players to really get down here at the edge of that 18-yard box,
Absolutely.
and if you can get a decent ball in, you never know if the ball bounces around what that ball could possibly do.
Even corner kicks. Corner kicks are essentially like a free cross into the penalty area, and we've had so many soccer games decided by one single corner. In fact, my senior season ended off of a corner kick in the playoff game. So anything can happen off those set pieces. You always got to be ready for them, no matter how far out they are from goal.
Absolutely. Corner kicks and set pieces are some of the most dangerous threats in all of the game. That's a very nice ball up right there to that right wing side, controlled by number 5 right there, Abby Wise. She puts in a little ball into the box, but Celeste Sloma takes care of that ball easily well. Bobcats are looking to control possession here. It's really been back and forth. The Catamounts had a good 5-10 minute run spell of possession, as that's a lovely ball looking to number 16 right there. That will be Abby Townsend, the graduate student. But she cannot control the ball. The ball was a little bit slower, but the Bobcats take over possession. Abby Townsend again puts a nice ball into the box. Put out nicely. And the offside is the call on the play.
Offside the call.
Catamounts will get ready to take this set piece here for the offside call. That'll be Leanne Trudell, the freshman from Quebec, Canada, taking that kick as it goes out of bounds. Taking off a deflection off the Bobcat leg. It will be going to the Catamounts.
Head coach for Western Carolina, Chad Miller. Alma mater is Pfeiffer University, graduate class of 1994. And how about this, Gavin? Going into his 13th season as head coach for Western Carolina, and last year guided the team to a 3rd seed finish. They reached the semifinals too of the 2021 Southern Conference Championship. So this is a guy who has a lot of experience under his belt, and same thing with Aaron Rodgers too. But
Absolutely, Aaron Rodgers. This is his 9th season as the head coach of the OU soccer program. He was voted MAC Conference Coach of the Year last year, which is a great achievement in itself.
Right, exactly. So we've got 2 very experienced, well-equipped coaches out there today.
Absolutely, and as we know, the coach and the manager in soccer, he or she plays a very big role in the team and in the match itself too. Be a throw in here for the Bobcats, trying to take possession, but is won over by the Catamounts. Now the team has really had a good spell of possession for the past couple minutes here.
Bobcats did have that one shot early on that got deflected, but other than that, not a lot of chances created so far.
They did. Now we have Shea Robertson.
Maybe a corner kick, it looks like.
It is a corner kick taken off a deflection off of a Catamount leg. And it's the first corner kick for Ohio in the ball game. Taking it will be graduate student Abby Townsend, who she has also had a great start to this season as well. I remember when they played VMI, I kept on hearing her name a lot during that match. She was doing great things on the ball and also off the ball as well. The ball taken in is won by the Catamounts and cleared up, but Ohio still has possession of the ball. It's going to be a pass into the box, but it's cleared out by the Catamounts all the way back to goalkeeper Celeste Sloma. And Sloma looking to find someone out here. She passes it back to number 14, one of her center backs. It would be El Bianco. as the Catamounts now have possession on a nice through ball. Bianco trying to get back, as she does, and she wins the ball nicely down there in that left corner and prevents a corner kick as well and clears the ball up. Taken by Abby Townsend, and a nice ball up.
Yeah, just great defense there by Bianco.
Absolutely. And the Bobcats playing some stellar defense right about now. That's a nice ball up just to really clear the ball. I think that was more of a get the ball out and reset type of thing, which of course is always a very important part too.
And that's what a goalkeeper's for. You can always, your goalkeeper is not just there to make the great saves. They're there, reset. If you need to shoot the ball up the field, if someone's open, or just need to, like what the Bobcats are doing right now, just passing back out to the defense, seeing if you can create some opportunities with some combination passing.
Absolutely. Playing out from the back is never a bad option. In fact, if you need to, it's almost the best option because you can reset. You can have your goalkeeper be on the ball for a bit. That's just a nice through ball played in. But Celeste Loma will take the ball out. Man, she keeps it in those bright orange gloves, I must say.
I mean, yeah, there are not a lot of things we can see from up here except the numbers and Celeste Loma's gloves.
Absolutely. The brighter, the better. And that's a great ball played through. But a great defense right there from, looks like, number 5 on Western Carolina. That would be Abby Wise, the sophomore defender from Greensboro, North Carolina, graduated from Northwest Guilford High School. With a nice defensive play now, Abby Townsend on the ball. Tries to get past right there, but great defense by the Catamount defender right there.
That was Caitlin Galbraith, the Peachtree City, Georgia native, who played and started all games her freshman season.
And the ball is taken by Western Carolina here, looking for a nice ball through, but it's deflected through a heap of legs by the Bobcats defenders, and that ball is put up. And a foul is called. That will go against number 24, Carson Preach, the junior from Lexington, Kentucky.
Western Carolina's their offense here, Gavin, is really putting Ohio's defense on pressure here. Been putting a lot of pressure on them. And I would say so far, Western Carolina's winning this battle. The Bobcats are really going to have to create some chances of their own. Or, I don't know if this defense can hold up for so long. They're eventually going to be pushed to the brink, and that's when Western Carolina will capitalize. So
absolutely.
Let's see what they can do here.
And the ball is taken out by number 20. That will be Regenberg as a pass up to number 18, Shay Robertson, who possesses the ball there, and it's taken back to the goalkeeper for Western Carolina. That would be Leanne Trudell. And the right back now taking it back up, passing it outside. Those wingers for Western Carolina seem to be wingers, seem to be playing a very important role in their formation today.
Absolutely. Always those wing players have to be able to do a little bit of everything, have some skill moves, be able to pass as well, and then when they need to, score.
Absolutely. And a foul is called right there against the Bobcats. That will be a set-piece free kick for the Catamounts. Decent amount of fouls have been called here so far. I believe 3 or 4, most of them going against Ohio. So maybe some pregame jitters, there's some fouls being called against them right now. And that's a lovely through ball right there for the Catamounts. It looks like it took a deflection. Yes, it did. That's a corner kick for Western Carolina. Looking to take it. Looks like it will be number 7, Nia Marcel, the sophomore from also Quebec, Canada. Looks like it will be an outswinger. Actually, Elias, she was just setting that ball up. It looks like number 25. No, not 25.
Yeah, we apologize. It's from our angle up here on the tower at Chesterfield. It's hard to see the numbers.
Well, that ball is put in nicely, but no one is at the back post. That's a great opportunity right there for Western Carolina.
And if Western Carolina lose this game, that's going to definitely be a chance that's going to haunt them. All anyone had to do was get a toe on it, and that's in the back of the net. So
absolutely, a little head, a little touch right there, and that ball is in. That was a great little flick on right there. Again, from a set piece, as we were talking about earlier in the game, set pieces are a major factor in the game of soccer. As you just saw, that was a clear-cut chance for the Catamounts, but unfortunately unable to capitalize. That's a great little 1-2 pass right there. But again, great defense from the Catamounts, and they take over possession once again.
Pass by Carson Prigg was just a little too
That's
hard.
a through ball to Abby Townsend. Abby Townsend here, she's through on goal. Abby has a one-on-one. She shoots, she hits the post, and the ball stays out. But the ball is still in play, though. A little flick on, but a good defense.
I thought that may have been a foul there on that previous play to the cross into the box.
I thought as well, too, but no foul is called, and that pass is going out of play. That will be a Catamount throw. Man, that is a great chance from Abby Townsend. Very unlucky. Missed it by this much.
Literally just inches a little more to the right, and that's finding its way. That ball is finding its way into the back of the net.
Absolutely. She beat the keeper clean. She was in through, and a great through ball play, too. But unfortunately, just kisses the post and stays out. Unfortunately, no one was there to follow up that pass either, as they were a little bit behind the play. But the Bobcats with a nice little cross in. And that is not clean, taken clean by the keeper. Ball still back in, but it is taken in by.
Did we have a foul called, I think, as well, maybe?
Yeah, I think it might have been a push in the back or something along those lines. But that was a decent ball into the box there. And the keeper, Leon Trudell, not able to come up clean with the ball. And as a goalkeeper, you always want to make sure you get at least a little touch on the ball, if anything.
Let's see if Ohio can use this momentum here that they got on the offensive end and continue to apply the pressure on Western Carolina.
Absolutely. Now that's really one clear-cut chance per team. Western Carolina had that good little flick on from the corner kick right there. As we have a nice little ball through, but great defense right there by number 7, Sydney Dawson, the graduate from Akron, Ohio. Oh, a little physical play down there. No foul was called. That ball goes out for a Bobcat throw-in.
That looks like Kennedy Ripel hurt her leg a little bit there on the last play. She was asking for a foul call a little earlier.
Absolutely. This game's getting a little physical now, which is always fun. Physical soccer is the best soccer, I always say. Well, that's a great little flick on. It's a great through ball. Taken right there by number 18. That will be Shea Robertson. But she is brought down. That's a foul, and it looks like a card will be produced, and it is. That's a yellow card to what looks like number 5, I believe, for the Catamounts. That'll be Abby Wise picking up the yellow card. And that's going to be a free kick from a very dangerous position here.
What do you do, Gavin? Is this a free kick where you just go for goal, or do you maybe set something up here?
I think if I was OU, I would most definitely try and take a shot on net here, because you are so close. You're almost right at the edge of that 18-yard box. I'd say go for goal. If you have someone that can always bend that ball, put that ball into the top corner, or even just run that at all. Put that ball in the net, and you are good. Let's see, no magic spray from the referee for his chalk line.
Hey, we'll be seeing that magic spray in the World Cup though in a few months.
It's almost time, man. The U.S. men's national team kits just got released. Here comes the free kick. Taken well. Oh my goodness! What a shot!
That was unbelievable.
Wow! I believe that was number 10, Haley Miller, with the shot. Oh my goodness! What a beautiful strike. Oh, caught that so cleanly. That was beautiful.
That shot had everything you could ask for in a free kick.
My
Gavin,
goodness.
It had the power, it had the accuracy, and it had the finesse. What a way to get on the board here for Ohio.
That was beautiful. My goodness, what a strike that was. It's 1-0 to the Ohio Bobcats. And I believe that was number 10 looking for the official word here from the PA announcer. I believe that was number 10, Haley Miller, I do believe. And if so, number 10, she's looking like Jack Grealish out there.
Okay, it did take us a while to get that first Premier League reference in there.
Hey, Aston Villa fan, born and raised, still upset that he went to Man City, but he could come back. You never know. That's a great tackle right there from also Haley Miller. I believe that was her, the midfielder. And that ball is cleared out. Oh, but it's kept in, though, by WCU. And they are looking to put that ball into the box, which it is put in the box, but it's cleared out. for a catamount, I believe a catamount corner or a throw-in right at the corner flag.
Sydney Dawson there, really great overall discipline. Bit of a high kick, but again, as long as you don't get contact, that clearance really was spectacular and big defensive play there by the Bobcats.
Absolutely. Now it's a throw-in for Western Carolina. And the ball is put into the box nicely, and Celeste Loma comes out to collect the ball nicely. No spillage from the keeper right there. She takes that ball in.
That's exactly what you want to see from your keeper. And I think this is why Aaron Rodgers is so happy with the position he has with his goalkeepers now. Not only does he has Sam Wexel, who he knows he can trust, but Sloma is really making a name for herself these first few games of the season. And you saw it right there, taking command of her defense and getting the ball there.
Absolutely, and Abby Townsend now on the ball. Passes it over to number 6, has Isabel Ganochi with a nice ball up the right wing side, but it'll be taken over by the Catamount defense. The Catamounts looking to try and get back into this game after that star-struck of a free kick. And the Bobcats, nice defensive play, playing it back to the keeper, Celeste Loma. Looking to reset here are the Bobcats. Looking to try and take more of that possession game as they do now have the 1-0 lead. The ball's played up, but a little bit too much mustard on that hot dog. And that ball's going to be a throw-in for the Catamounts.
Do you put ketchup on your hot dogs?
Absolutely.
You do? Okay.
I put ketchup and mustard.
All right. I guess I just go off the Chicago style where you just don't put ketchup on it. It's like a sin to put ketchup on it.
Okay.
So I haven't had ketchup on a hot dog in a while.
Absolutely, yeah. And I go to Cleveland Guardians games a lot.
Okay, yeah.
I've been to 3 so far this year. They always have the most interesting hot dogs.
Really?
Yeah, they have this one called the slider dog, where it's like you got like your relish, like obviously your ketchup mustard. Get this, they put Fruit Loops on the hot dog.
Fruit Loops on a hot dog.
On the hot dog.
Fruit Loops on a hot dog.
Absolutely.
With like the ketchup and the relish and everything.
I thought it was the weirdest thing.
Was it good?
I
Did
tried.
you try it?
It was actually really good. I liked that a lot, actually.
That is interesting.
It is. It was so weird because I looked on the menu. I'm like, that doesn't sound too good, but it sounds interesting. You know, it really intrigues you. I'm like, hey, why not try it?
I've heard some interesting things on hot dogs, like the chili dogs they do in Cincinnati.
Of course.
Fruit Loops on a hot dog is taking it to another level.
Absolutely, it is. That's a great ball in. Took a deflection. Abby Townsend always going to be calling that, I believe, a handball, as it looked like she put her elbow out, and it's going to be another free kick right there for the Bobcats.
And another short-range free kick. So we'll see if they go for goal here again. It is a little bit further out, a few feet, but we'll see what the Bobcats come up with here.
Absolutely. They might be looking to, I don't believe they're going to be having Hila Miller take this one. I believe it might be
Townsend, it looks like.
Yes, it is. And yes, as you just said, Duras, it is a little bit farther and a little bit more to the right than the last free kick was. The first free kick was a little bit more direct center. She'll need to try and put a little bit more curl in this if she wants to put it into that top left or top right, or again, just get the ball around the wall, however she may be able to do so.
Do like a little curve ball cross here.
That's true, or a little floater into the box into that back corner. We'll see what Townsend has up her sleeve here. And the graduate student here at OU, a lot of experience. The ball's put into the box, and that's a very nice save from Leanne Trudell to get across to her left and make a spectacular diving save to make it still a 1-0 ball game.
That was a phenomenal curve by Townsend, able to get it around that wall. And even though that ball was saved, it was by Leanne Trudell with a great save there, the freshman for Western Carolina. That ball had a lot of power on it. So these free kicks really are going to be crucial for Ohio, and we'll see if Western Carolina can keep defending them.
Absolutely. Now, a corner to be taken by Abby Townsend. Let's see what she has on this corner kick. And the ball is put into the box. And it's won by Western Carolina, but it's still in the box, and that's a player down. I believe it might be a head injury.
Yeah, it looked like from my angle, Gavin, that's number 15, Riley Nelson.
Those injuries are always scary. Oh, that's never a good thing.
Yeah, it's always, a tough decision to make whether to go for headers or not. So let's hope she's okay.
Yeah, and especially especially on a day like today where it's very hot and humid,
yes.
The sun's out here in Athens. This is not a pretty sight at all. She went up for that one. She came down pretty hard. I'm assuming it was a head-to-head collision, is my guess. Usually it is on those corner kicks.
Yep.
Hoping and praying she's going to be okay and she can continue this match, as we will have a water break here, it looks like, for both teams. Yeah, this is never a pretty sight whenever that again you go up for those headers, and it's always first to the ball, but as you know, corner kicks especially, so many bodies in the box, so many heads in
Right.
the box.
Yeah, exactly.
Someone is unfortunately bound to probably get hit in the head a little bit during the match, but you never want it to be this extensive of Welcome back inside Chesterfield here after the injury timeout. The injured Western Carolina player is currently being attended to. Thoughts and prayers go out to her. We're not sure the extent of the injury, nor do we want to comment on anything like that. It's not our business, obviously. So again, thoughts and prayers go out to her. As we're getting ready here to start action again. Scoreline currently 1-0 in favor of the Bobcats. Darius, so far, pretty good game.
I would say so. I think the Bobcats, towards the latter stages of this half, have really started to find their footing, no pun intended, on the offensive side of the ball. And we'll see if Western Carolina can respond to the challenge.
Absolutely. Now, a correction on that goal. It was number 18, Shea Robertson, with that beautiful free kick to put the Bobcats up 1-0 from here. It looked like it was number 10, which would be Haley Miller. It was not. It was actually 18. Shea Robertson with that wonderful free kick goal. So my apologies. That was her goal. Shea Robertson. I'm not sure what time it was in the match, but we will find that out for you guys. Or if you were previously watching, you would know what time it was in the match. I'm not sure if it's going to be a free kick here for Western Carolina or if it's going to be a drop ball. I assume it'll be a drop ball. I'm not 100% on what the called referee.
Yeah, usually in situations like that, it would be a drop ball. Goalie or one of the center backs is just going to kick it to the opposite side, so most likely to Celeste Sloma, and then Sloma will restart play here in the first half when the Bobcats with a 1-0 lead.
Absolutely. We have 19:53 left in this match. It looks like it will be just a drop ball to the goalkeeper for Western Carolina. That will be freshman Leanne Trudell. She'll be taking it. The clock is going, and we are back underway here at Chesterfield, ladies and gentlemen, as the Bobcats looking to take possession here again. Both teams have not really had a steady flow of possession except for within that first 10, 15, 20 minutes of the match. So far, ever since that goal, it seems to have been all OU so far. And Western Carolina just really playing it out from the back line to get back into this match after that timeout was taken. Playing it along the right wing side there, looking to really get the field open here, trying to switch field here.
And the thing for Western Carolina is we still have 19 minutes left to play in the first half, so there's still plenty of time for them to, readjust here. And their offense has looked strong so far, so really it's just about continuing to do what you've been doing, see if you can continue to break down that OU defense.
Absolutely. Which the OU defense so far has stood strong, but has had some adversity, actually a lot of it, as they have been tested many times again in that in the first half, excuse me. But especially on that one corner kick flick on right there, there was wide open at the back post. However, no one was there for the Catamounts to take advantage, and literally just a couple minutes later, OU took their chance. They took it well with a beautiful free kick goal from Shea Robertson.
Yeah, Leanne Trudell for Western Carolina, their goalkeeper, already with 2 saves made on the afternoon.
Absolutely nice interception there. That ball will be given up to Abby Townsend. Abby Townsend coming down the right wing side here. She got a player in the middle. She's going to take it by herself. Abby Townsend with a shot, but it's easily saved by the goalkeeper, Trudell. And she took that one cleanly as well. No spills.
Townsend the attempt. Taken down by Trudell.
Abby Townsend, very nice right there down that right wing side. Cut inside, had a little bit of a shot with the left foot, but unfortunately for her, not much power behind the shot as Trudell saved that and held on to the ball nicely. And the ball is intercepted again by the OU defense. OU midfield has really been playing so very well so far.
Yeah, and I think if whoever's going to win this game is going to be winning that midfield battle for sure.
Absolutely. It's always about a battle of the midfields because your mids are always the ones who stop that attack mid-sentence there and who can always play the balls up front or play them back whenever that they need to.
And they're the ones who do the most running too. I played midfield during my high school days and even before that, and I just remember after every game just being drenched in sweat. It really is constant running as a midfielder.
Absolutely. Props to you because I could never imagine doing that myself. And some nice defense down there by the left back right there.
I don't want to guarantee you that I can still run that much in 2022.
Hey,
I
never know.
I do run the track here and there, but
Absolutely.
you know.
Here we go. In the midfield again, OU looks calm and collective when on the ball in that midfield positions, as they've been able to really get up the pitch well. It's a nice through ball, but cut out nicely by the Catamount defense. As we can hear, there's actually some Western Carolina fans here in attendance. I saw some purple when walking into the stadium this morning.
Decent amount of purple
It is,
today,
yeah.
as our tech crew was getting set up, our camera crew. We saw a lot of Western Carolina shirts walking into the
Absolutely.
building.
And it looks like a set piece here to be taken by number 14. That would be El Bianco, the senior out of Dayton, Ohio. And see what the Bobcats can do from the set piece. It's a lovely ball put into the box. And no one's able to get onto it, but the ball's still in there on the volley. And it's saved nicely
I got to
by
say,
Trudell.
that was a fantastic cross into the box there by Bianco. Had just had the perfect amount of height on it and really was right there in front of the goal. Unfortunately, Bobcats unable to get their feet on it.
Absolutely. It looks like, again, that the Catamounts are looking to, again, just try and boss that possession battle. But as we have seen, having possession does not really help if you cannot put the ball in the back of the net. And that's going to be a pass back to Sloma. Sloma, a little bit of a risky pass there, as it's, thankfully for her, a foul is called against the Catamount forwards.
Yeah, foul from behind there by Nia Marceau, the sophomore from Quebec.
The Bobcats are looking content and just passing the ball around right now, looking for an option up the pitch. As she finds a little ball, but it's deflected nicely. Looking ping pong going on, back and forth here. And it's intercepted nicely. That would be my number 24, Carson Breach. She's been really bossing that midfield so far. The junior out of Lexington, Kentucky. Again, bossing that midfield, making great defensive plays as well as offensive plays. Be a set piece here for the Catamounts. Taken by number 5. That would be Abby Wise, who I believe she was the one who picked up the yellow card earlier in this half.
We've been talking about the strong offense here by Western Carolina. The only thing, though, Gavin, is they only have...
Well, that ball's put in the
right
box nicely, and that ball's off the crossbar and still in play. Sloma takes care of that ball, and the ball goes out of play. Sorry to cut you off there, Doris.
No,
that was...
Cut me off
wow.
anytime with highlights like that. My
Absolutely.
goodness.
That was crazy right there. That ball's put up nicely here. I believe that she is onside.
But I was going to say, but prior to that free kick by Western Carolina, they only had one shot on goal. That was their second shot, the one that hit the crossbar. But, you know, we were talking about their strong offense so far. They really got to just get more shots up.
Absolutely.
Right now, we're looking at the stat board. 3 shots on goal for Western Carolina. 2 of them have been on target. So
a couple of substitutions here for the Bobcats. Look like coming into the match with number 29, Haley Jeng. I believe that is number 3, I believe. Eve Barish, I believe, coming into the match for the Bobcats.
And
that
again,
is a nice ball and put in the box, but a little too much mustard on it, though.
Again, we apologize. The numbers from our vantage point here are rather small, so we do have to squint a little bit to see those numbers.
Just a little bit. Well, looks like some more subs this time from the Western Carolina bench. Looks like leaving the match will be number 7, Nia Marcel, coming onto the pitch. It looks like, I believe that is number 8, I believe. Yes, it is. Number 8, Shannon Greenwood, the redshirt senior from Trinity, Florida, coming into the match now. This will be a goal kick taken by Leanne Trudell. Pass back out to her left back. Just, again, seems to be passing the ball around, looking to get upfield here. They do that nicely through that midfield pass. A little switch of play. Was not controlled too well, as the Bobcats midfield once again making a great defensive play. This Bobcat back line so far showing up strong, but it's taken nicely as the Catamounts looking to come through. Number 4, the shot on net, and it's a little fingertip save, I believe, right there by Celeste Loma to keep that ball out the net. It might have been going a little bit wide, but nonetheless, it's a great save getting across there.
It was a shot by Kirsten Hahn of Western Carolina, forward, the sophomore, who's also from Canada. She's from Ontario. She was a multi-sport athlete in high school. Get this, rugby, volleyball, field hockey, and soccer. Those were all the sports that Kristen Hahn played in high school.
All right, looks like we apologize for that helicopter coming across right here. This corner will be taken by, it looks like, number 4, I believe I saw, number 4, Kristen Hahn. Seeing if the Catamounts can capitalize off the corner kick. It's a ball into the box, but it is going to go out for a goal kick. We have about 11 minutes left in the first half here. As we all know, Ohio is up currently 1-0 off of a great Shea Robertson free kick. That was I still can't get over that. That was a beautiful free kick. Western Carolina looking to try and take possession, but they are unable to do so. That's a pass back out to number 22 over here. Scout Murray. Scout Murray is now into the game. The standout freshman. She's been having herself quite the season so far. The back line of Western Carolina looking again to just try and take possession. They've been doing that a lot. Again, I've been saying that a lot, but it's what they're trying to do here.
You mentioned Scout Murray already with 2 goals on the season. That's tied for second on the team. Abby Townsend leads the team in total goals so far this year with 3.
Absolutely, and if you can get those 2 players on the pitch at the same time, that's a dangerous combination. And here come the Bobcats. Here come the Bobcats. Here we go, down the left wing side. I believe that's number 24. That was number 24, Carson Preach, the junior midfielder, taking that up the pitch. Now will be a goal kick taken by Trudell. The back line looking to take possession here for the Catamounts. A little one-touch passing, but hey, if it gets the job done, it can get that job done. My guess would be that the Catamounts might have more percent of possession.
I was just about to bring up. I was just about to bring up the possession battle, but really, it's just about shots at this point. They're being Western Carolina being outshot by OU 9-4.
Absolutely, and Scout Murray with a nice couple moves down the sideline. She's going to take it down the right wing side. She still has possession of the ball, Scout Murray, and before being dispossessed by about the 18-yard box. A nice little run there from Scout Murray. And she's able to take that ball back again. Comes back out to number 29, Haley Jeng. And again, Carson Preach on the ball. She's going to look like she's going to have a pop. And it looked like it might get a little deflection off a Catamount defender. And that's scooped up by goalkeeper Leanne Trudell.
Taken down by Trudell.
Trudell being tested a lot so far in this first half. And really apart from that free kick, which, to be fair, most goalkeepers are going to have a very tough time making that save. She's done pretty well so far. Also, a lovely little flick on from number 8 of the Catamounts. That would be Shannon Greenwood. But it is, unfortunately for them, taken over by the Bobcats defenders. It's a little ball up that left wing side, but unfortunately, again, taken over by the Catamount defense. Game, again, really a lot of ping-pong action going on, back and forth here. No teams really be able to take possession. Bobcat bench appealing for a handball. The referee not going to make the call.
And if you're Ohio, you really just want to settle back in. I feel like the Bobcats just a little out of sorts right now. Just right now, I think for Ohio, control that possession again. Try to muster up another offensive play to get a second goal and double up your lead heading into halftime. That's obviously much easier said than done.
Absolutely. I love the little turn, a little shot, but it is easily kept in and saved right there. By Sloma. Sloma herself has also been called into action a couple times as well during this first half here. And she's done well so far as well.
Yeah, you can't be, and as I mentioned earlier, you can't be any happier if you're Aaron Rodgers just overall with how the team has played, the goalkeepers have played specifically. You have 2 very reliable goalkeepers at your disposal now with Sam Wexel, who's a longtime veteran here at OU, and then Celeste Loma, who's had a sensational start to her Bobcat career.
Absolutely. 6:38 left in this first half of play. Again, there will be no added time, but that ball
Great
is
steal.
intercepted nicely from Carson Breach. And again, that midfielder just bossing around for Bobcats, as they've been doing a lot here this afternoon. Scout Murray going up for that ball. She actually wins the ball, comes down with possession. She's going to go drive down that right wing side, and it's taken out for a Bobcat throw-in. I must say, watching Scout Murray play is very exciting. She's an exciting player on the ball. She can dribble, she can pass, she can shoot, and she's very creative with her chances too.
She has a lot of speed as well, especially for someone at her position. That's a critical aspect.
Absolutely. That ball is booted up nicely. Number 4 right there for the Catamounts. That'll be Kristen Hahn, calling her name a lot so far in this first half ever since she's came on. That's a nice defensive play right there by number 14 for the Bobcats. That'll be Ella Bianco, also calling her name a lot, as she's done many great things defensively for the team so far. A little bit of a dangerous back pass to the middle, and the Catamounts are able to take possession of the ball, have a shot, but it's blocked again by Carson Preach. And gotten out in the Bobcats looking to try and take possession of the ball, and indeed that they do in the midfield again. I love the little ball up to here.
Barish has some room here, looks to work with it.
Absolutely. She's overtaken defensively by the Catamount defense, and really, I mean, you have to give credit to this Catamount defense, as they have really done pretty well so far in keeping the Bobcats tame, except for that one free kick. So nice little ball up, but again, so really no one, as the Bobcats look to try and take possession here on their back 4 line. The ball taken all the way back to keeper Sila Sloma. Really just content, it seems the Bobcats are playing on that left wing side. Little 1-2 passes here. And into the midfield, a little lucky bounce, but it's taken over by Carson Preach. She tries to find what looked to be Scout Murray on the right wing side here, but it's blocked nicely by this WCU defense, or offense, I should say. Sorry about that.
Preach once again with a steal.
Absolutely, she's been doing great things so far in that midfield today. And Jeng with a nice little pass up there as well. That's a lovely little ball right there over the top. The goalkeeper coming out, but she was offside, is the call by the referee and linesman. I believe that's number 11 that made that nice run. I believe that's Peyton Rigg. I believe she came on during a substitution. She made a lovely little run. She must have been a tad inch offside, because she did not look offside from up here. But of course, we're not down there on the pitch where the linesman is at.
You know, these days offside's very, very particular, and we see that even in the professional games these days as well.
Absolutely, with the help with the VAR, sometimes help of VAR. It's a widely debated concept from everyone, players, officials, fans, everyone really within the game. Oh, a little too heavy of a touch right there from the left back. Oh, nice little play right there from number 3, Ray Siska. Ball's put up well, but a header.
It's a little too high there.
And here comes Audrey Ray. I'm sorry, Aubrey Ray. My apologies. The forward from Akron, Ohio, Walsh Jesuit graduate. That's a nice little slide tackle right there from Maya Kaufman, the freshman of Westerville, Ohio. Make it with a nice little tackle right there. And a throw in here for WCU. The ball's played into midfield here. And again, a nice little step right there, but also a nice little step from WCU. And here they come on the offense, looking to try and have a shot. But great defense right there from Jang to force her back outside. As we pull back the ball into the box, but stopped nicely from the Bobcat defense as they look to go on the attack once again. That's a lovely little ball through, played up, but unfortunately, a little too much power on that pass.
Wind's starting to pick up a little bit here in Athens as well, Gavin.
Yes, it is. Our papers are going crazy as the Bobcats win back possession. And here comes Peyton Rigg on the ball, put in nicely, but a nice little step right there from the Catamount defense. 2 minutes left here in this first half of play.
Honestly,
nice little step.
On days like this, the wind is your best friend, especially if you're out there on the pitch.
Absolutely. That's going to be a nice little header right there. Played back to Celeste Loma as she puts the ball right back out for Bobcats to go ahead and go on the attack again. As they look to try and increase their lead to 2, as they could have done earlier in the first half, but unfortunately for Abby Townsend, she hit the post and stayed out. A nice little play right there. Haley Jeng now on the ball. A little bit too much, though, again on that pass. Bobcats missing these passes by just a little much. Either offside or they're just a little bit too much power on their passes.
You approach the final minute of play here. Ohio still with a 1-0 lead against the Western Carolina Catamounts.
And that ball is kept out nicely. It'll be a throw to the Bobcats.
Try saying that 5 times fast. Western Carolina Catamounts.
Oh boy, I don't think I even want to attempt that, especially on air. I don't want to make a fool of myself now. That ball's kept in nicely by the Catamount defense. And their midfield too has been actually doing pretty well in keeping the Bobcats tame so far. They're going to have a nice long distance shot, but it goes wide. Slosoma not really worried about that shot as it was going wide from the start. I must say that's interesting tactic going from a shot from that far out.
Well, with only 30 seconds left, you want to be able to create some kind of chance, and looks like the Bobcats are going to head into the half with the lead.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
And that is the end of the first half here. The score from Chesterfield here in Athens, Ohio. Ohio Bobcats 1, Western Carolina University 0.
Hello everyone, welcome back to Chesa Field on the west side of Ohio University's campus here in lovely Athens, Ohio. It was scorching out here earlier today, but the breeze has kicked in and it's a little cooler here as we begin the second half of play between the Ohio Bobcats and the visiting Western Carolina Catamounts. Right now, Ohio with a 1-0 lead after a first half goal off a free kick by Shea Robertson, the junior out of Lexington, Kentucky. Bobcats currently with a record of 3-2-1, while the Western Carolina Catamounts come into this one with a record of 1-2-4. Alongside Dariah Sethna, ladies and gentlemen, is Gavin Craig, freshman. Thank you so much for joining me today. Great job with the play-by-play in the first half.
Thank you.
And
yeah, if we want to talk about something, I mean, the goalies in the first half were fantastic. They were really great. Soma for OU, she had 3 saves in 45 minutes of play. I do believe we actually have changed keepers for OU, so that's something. And Leanne Trudell, who I believe is currently still in net for WCU, she had 5 saves in that first half, and 5 saves in one half. That's pretty dang good.
Sam Wexel in goal now for Ohio University. This was a strategy that head coach Aaron Rodgers used in the last game against Notre Dame as well. He played Celeste Sloma for one half, played Wexel for the other half, and that looks like the plan again for today. This is the last game for the Bobcats before they head into MAC play. They will be taking on the Kent State Golden Flashes on the road this upcoming Thursday, September 22nd. So we have a free kick here by Western Carolina, and Sam Wexel handles that one perfectly.
Yeah, and Darius, that game for OU at Kent State, that should be a great matchup. I believe that was the MAC semifinal or the MAC final last year, and I believe OU lost that by, I believe it was 1 goal with I believe it was a record crowd here.
That game, I didn't remember what game it got. That was a 0-0 tie. I remember last year as a freshman, Chesa was packed for that game as well. Bobcats looking to create some more magic this season as the Catamounts will reset here, go back to their keeper in Trudell. In that first half, possession really was, we were talking about it, Gavin, it seemed like it was almost 50-50, and we were pretty much right on the spot. 51-49 was the possession battle in favor of Western Carolina, but both these teams very competitive so far, really great matchup, and we can see that in the scoreboard too, just a 1-0 edge for Ohio here in the second half.
Absolutely, and both teams' midfields have really been playing fantastic so far during this game.
Here's Western Carolina looking to make something happen, but the Ohio defense does its job once again. We were talking about the defense a lot, stepping up in those big moments in the first half. And here comes Abby Townsend with the midfielder. Oh, what a beautiful through ball, but Trudell is able to get her feet to it.
Trudell, they're off her line very, very quickly, and then as a goalkeeper, you definitely need to be.
We have a foul committed there by Haley Jeng of Ohio. Carolina gets the ball back. Thank you so much for joining us this afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, here on Ohio Bobcat TV. So happy to have you. I'm Dariah Sethna along Gavin Craig here for some midweek, or not midweek, but some Friday afternoon soccer heading into the weekend. Here's a cross inside, and that is intercepted by Ohio. Bobcats looking to reset here. Townsend off one foot, tried to get it ahead for forward there, Shea Robertson, who already has 1 goal to her name, looking to tack on another here in this second half. Here's Trudell, gets it over to her defender in Riley Terry.
Nice little ball there, but taken over again by the Bobcat defense.
Isabella DeMarco with the ball now. Cross pass with her left foot, and that's intercepted once again by Ohio. Catamounts win the possession.
Yeah, this game so far, really possession, not one team really been able to take much of it.
Really just been back and forth, I think, are the words to perfectly put this game in place, as that cross by Abby Townsend sails well high and well far. That ball goes out, and we have a corner kick here for Western Carolina.
Yeah, it's a good idea right there from Abby Townsend to try and get the ball into the box, but unfortunately just missed it that little bit, and it goes behind the net.
And as we mentioned in the first half, ladies and gentlemen, the last time these two teams met was actually just last year on September 19th of 2021. Western Carolina with a 3-0 win in that game, and they scored all of their goals in the second half. So their last game against Ohio, Western Carolina came out strong in the second half. Let's see if they can do that again here in 2022. DeMarco commits a foul there. Bobcats going to get the throw-in, excuse me, so no foul. Only a throw-in for Ohio.
Ooh, lovely little piece of skill right there.
Here's Robertson, and right across the face of goal. Abby Townsend was coming to it, but she was just a little too late.
Unfortunately right there, no one really at that back post on a great little pullback through ball.
Oh, nice move there in the penalty area, and the ball was deflected away. That shot rolls a little wide. I think that shot was deflected as well. Looked like it was Reagan Berg who got her right foot on it. But great setup there by the Bobcats to get that chance.
Absolutely, a great little pullback cross right there, pass into the box, and again, unfortunately, no one really there, and a great defensive play from the Catamounts defense right there.
Bobcats going to reset now, going back to Sam Wexel, the longtime goalkeeper for the Bobcats. Wexel, a native of Irwin, Pennsylvania.
The foul called there. Chang not liking that call at all.
As we have another free kick for Western Carolina. Taking it will be Abby Weiss, who is the Greensboro, North Carolina native, already has a yellow card to her name in this match that she picked up early in the first half. Cross is just a little too high. Western Carolina still able to come up with it. Pass a little too strong, and here come the Bobcats on the break. Let's see what they can do. Through ball here to Abby Townsend. She has to race to get it, and it was just a little too far, Gavin, and Townsend couldn't keep up.
Absolutely, Townsend there. She turned on those jets right there, just about got to that throw ball. Love it, little pass right there down that right wing side.
Bobcats will get the throw in here with just a little over 36 minutes left, and with a 1-0 lead. And DeMarco with the interception there. Now she flicks it on to her forward, and the Ohio defense once again comes up with the possession. Wexel smashes it away towards Townsend.
Absolutely, and that's a great play right there from Kaylee Stock, the sophomore out of Loveland, Ohio. Physical soccer right there. Make sure to put her man off the wall right there. Great defensive play.
Pass over the top, and Trudell is going to have an easy one there.
Yeah, a little bit too much mustard on that one. Again, Bobcats looking like they've been having those passes, but they're, again, just a little bit offside or a little bit too much on the pass.
Gavin, are you in like a hot dog craze right now? That's
I
like
think
the
I am.
That's like the second mustard reference you've made today.
You're telling me, man. I'm just hungry, I think.
I just can't believe you were telling me about those Fruit Loop hot dogs at the Cleveland Guardians games.
The slider dogs. Fruit Loops on a hot dog. I still
Now you're
can't
making
get over
you're
it.
making me want to try one of those.
Hey, great place to catch a ball game. Love it there.
Here's DeMarco, whose name we've mentioned a decent amount here in the second half. She's gotten a lot of touches. That shot there, easy work for Sam Wexel. Robertson tried to flick it on there, but was unsuccessful. Bobcats retain possession with the throw-in.
And a great catch right there in the stands by a fan. And again, speaking of fans, just a decent amount of Western Carolina fans here today making that trip up. Great to see them all here. And we're going to have 3 subs right here for the Catamounts.
Looks like one of the players coming off is going to be Isabella DeMarco for Western Carolina. Just mentioned Gavin, you know, she's had a lot of touches on the ball.
Absolutely.
In this second half, and you would think that head coach Chad Miller just wants, you know, to give her a rest, and you know, when the waning moments of the game come down, she's going to be somewhat ready to go. You know, have
Absolutely.
some energy,
Absolutely.
retain some of that energy.
And a foul call right there. The fans not liking that one. A little bit too physical for their liking.
Quick free kick here by the Bobcats. The cross inside, 2 players there, the header. And that time for Ohio, it was Reagan Berg who had the header, just was unable to get enough power behind it. And once again, Trudell with the save.
Yeah, it's a great little flick on there and a great header, but unfortunately not enough power generated behind the ball. So it really caused a threat for the goalkeeper.
Heat starting to pick back up here in Athens as well. It was a little bit cooler during the halftime break. Sweltering temperatures on a late September day here in Southeast Ohio.
It certainly is. Walking around campus too. Oof, the heat gets you. Ooh, here from the Bobcats.
Some nice combination play here by the Bobcats. This is Berg on the left side, crosses it in. Townsend with the header, and she scores. It's Abby Townsend. How fitting is that? She's been all over the field, and what a way to get on the scoreboard with that sensational header, and what a pass by Reagan Berg as Ohio takes a 2-0 lead on Western Carolina.
Absolutely, that was a beautiful ball into the box. Abby Townsend finally, after all that hard work, is paid off by going to that back post. She's finally paid off for that with a beautiful headed goal right into the top corner. Again, unfortunately for the keeper, Trudell, no keeper is really saving that. That's a beautiful shot from Townsend right there.
Bobcats now take a 2-0 lead. Townsend, her 4th goal of the season, the leading goal scorer for the Ohio Bobcats so far in 2022. Just a little over 32 minutes to go here in the game at Chesterfield, Ohio, with a 2-0 lead over Western Carolina, as Wexel once again comes up strong. You can see why Aaron Rodgers has trusted her for so long and all the experience she has at keeper.
Absolutely, and it's a great battle at that goalkeeper position for OU, because they have some very talented keepers in the names of Celeste Soma and also Sam Wexel. Again, one's a senior, one's a freshman, so once one leaves, the other's ready to take over.
Here comes Ohio once again. That pass is intercepted. Haley Miller with the pass attempt there. Bobcats get the ball back, though. Here's Miller once again. Keeps it. Passes it over to Berg once more. Berg now crosses it with her right foot. That pass deflected.
I believe she was trying to go to Abby Townsend once again.
Nice
that
move there, and Western Carolina able to get it away, but we have a foul call that's going to be on the Bobcats. Here's Abby Weiss. Ball back to Weiss now. Catamounts looking to set something up here. Now in a 2-0 hole.
Absolutely, and that can be a very dangerous hole to dig out of, because if you get one back, then you got to go and get that second while also allowing no goals.
Pass back to Wexel. Gavin, really, you know, it looks like the Bobcats, to me, have a lot more offensive confidence on the offensive end and coming out into this second half. What are your thoughts just overall on how the Bobcats have played and now that they're up 2-0?
I think that the Bobcats have been doing very well on the offensive side of the ball, and I think it really all starts again in that midfield. They have done some very great things offensively and also defensively within that midfield. You know, they're able to stop those catamount attacks whenever that they're coming, and when they are going on the offensive side, the Bobcats are. They're able to pick out those good through balls, those good crosses, and as we just saw on that Abby Townsend goal, it's a great cross.
This is Miller now. Haley Miller gets it to Berg, and she is offside.
Offside the call.
Had a couple of offside calls in that first half as well on Ohio.
Nice little move there down the right wing side.
Still able to stay with it. That's Kirsten Hahn down the near sideline for the Catamounts. Nice couple of moves there by Nia Marshall.
We've called both of their names a couple times during this match.
That ball is just saved. What a great effort there by Sydney Dawson, who that ball surely looked like it was going to roll out for a corner kick, but she was able to get just enough on it to get it out for a far throw in here for Western Carolina on the near sideline.
Absolutely. It's going to be very interesting to see if Western Carolina wants to try and have a long throw in into the box or if they're just going to play it short and cross it in. Interested to see how they play this one out here.
Here's the cross inside by Hahn, and it's not quite out of danger yet. And the clearance there, strong clearance by Quinton Tosteven.
Nice little play down that left wing side there for the Catamounts to be able to win that throw in.
Here's the cross inside. It's parried away by the head of Haley Miller. Here comes Berg trying to win the possession and keep control. Bobcats have that intercepted once again. It's Hahn on the right-hand side.
Yeah, sloppy little pass there to give away possession pretty quickly and easily.
Here's Hahn once more. She'll try the shot. Oh, and that was closer than I thought it was going to be, Gavin. Just a few inches too high of the crossbar, but that was a good shot.
It was. I honestly did not think it was going to be that close. I thought it was going to be a little bit to the left or to the right, but it was just a bit high over the crossbar. High marks for taking on that shot.
We have a little over 26 and a half minutes to go here from Chesafield in Athens, Ohio. The Bobcats of Ohio University with a 2-0 lead on the visiting Western Carolina Catamounts. I am Darius Sethna here on Ohio Bobcat TV. Thank you so much for joining us. Alongside me is Gavin Craig, who also is from the Cleveland area, as I learned earlier this week.
Absolutely. Northeast Ohio, baby.
That's why you were so hyped about talking about the Guardians games.
Absolutely. That team is on a tear right now, and I'm hoping that they can get first place in the AL Central there. That'd be fantastic.
I think you were just more hyped about the Fruit Loops, though.
I do be quite hungry right now. Gonna have to get some grub at the football game later tonight.
Deflection, and it gets into Western Carolina territory, and it's going to be an Ohio corner. Going to take it is Abby Townsend, most recent goal scorer. Her and Shay Robinson, the two goal scorers today for Ohio. This corner is going to be on the near side, and Townsend will look to take it with her right foot.
Yeah, she's looking to try and get an in-swinger here into the box. Looking to set up the Bobcat offense to try and put the ball into the back of the net somehow.
Cross a little too far. Bobcats come up with it. One-time touch into the box. And Bobcats wanted a foul there. Shea Robertson not happy with the call. The ball's going to go the other way for Western Carolina.
Honestly, I was a bit confused on that play as well. I thought it was going to be a call going against the Catamounts instead of going in their favor, but that's not what the referee saw. He saw something different down there.
Ohio also
on the
has been able to take advantage of those short free kicks from the goal. They scored off one of them in that first half, which from Shea Robertson. Here comes Carolina. They've got 3 on the break right now, but Sam Wexel, old reliable, there once again.
Wexel able to get down to her left side there and make a nice diving save.
Wexel rolls it out to her defense. Bobcats trying to get some passes going here as we approach the halfway mark of this second half. Unable to control that pass there. Bobcats still with it though. Pass a little too far there into the box, and Wexel once again will corral it. Pretty easy half so far for Wexel. Really only that one shot she had to worry about was from Hahn a few moments ago, but other than that, it's really been pretty rudimentary work here for Sam Wexel.
Yeah, she hasn't really been able to do much, and that's never a bad thing as a keeper, showing that your defense and that your mids can keep that ball up from possibly any attacks coming towards you.
Ohio back in possession now, trying to win that midfield battle, and they do. That's Isabella Ginocchi, who we also talked about a decent amount in that first half as well. And even looking now in the second half, she's all over the field. One of the more, looks like, durable of those midfielders, especially on a day like this.
Yeah, Ginocchi's been doing a great job so far in the midfield, really being able to help out that tempo.
This is Haley Jeng. Now gets it over to Townsend. Townsend looks to shoot off her right foot, and that was right at Leanne Trudell.
Trudell's been tested a lot during this game, and she's made some nice saves, keeping them in the game.
It's another shot on goal for Ohio, but another save for Trudell. Carolina back in possession. Or Western Carolina, excuse me. And right now, Ohio with 15 total shots. 10 of those 15 shots have been on goal. It's forced Trudell to make 8 saves thus far. Despite outnumbering Ohio in total corners 5-3, Western Carolina still in a 2-0 hole.
Yeah, and as a keeper, that's a pretty impressive stat, making that many saves. But of course, that's also saying that you're being tested almost too often.
Townsend once again. Trying to make something happen here for Ohio. Nice move there. Cross with the left foot. It's deflected away. And collision there in the box. Catamounts cleared away.
Yeah, it's a good thing that left back did not try and go and finish her challenger, because if she did, she might have gotten a foul and a card which would have been in the box.
You can definitely tell the Bobcats offense has ramped up here, and looks like we're going to have a water break. It is getting incredibly hot out here in Athens, ladies and gentlemen, and both teams will be going for a quick water break here. 20 minutes to go in the second half from Chesa Field. The Ohio Bobcats with a 2-0 lead on Western Carolina University. Gavin Craig and I will be back to wrap up the call after this break. You're listening to Ohio Bobcats Soccer right here on Ohio Bobcat TV. Hello everyone, welcome back to Ohio University. Chesa Field is where we're at in Athens on the west side of Ohio University's campus. The Ohio Bobcats and the visiting Western Carolina Catamounts today in a hot matchup alongside Darius Sethna. Ladies and gentlemen, Gavin Carrig, freshman, here with me on the call. Gavin, it is hot, but we've had an entertaining soccer match so far. The Bobcats with a 2-0 lead. Home crowd here at Chesa Field feeling good. This is the last game for the Bobcats before they begin MAC play on Thursday, which will be against Kent State, and that's going to be a game on the road. So we have an offside call there. But Gavin, just overall, really strong performance by the Bobcats, especially on the offensive end in this second half.
Absolutely, this Bobcat team. I mean, up front, the front three, the striker and the wingers here, are wreaking havoc really against this Camat defense. They're really, truly making those nice runs, nice crosses, nice passes, anything that you need, and that's nothing to take away from the defense. And especially talking about that midfield, who again have played fantastic so far during this match.
Abby Townsend and Shea Robertson, the two goal scorers for Ohio. Abby Townsend, who came into this game as the leading scorer with 3 goals, tacks on her 4th goal of the 2022 campaign.
That ball's controlled nicely down the right wing side.
Here come the Bobcats. The cross there is blocked. And we're going to have a throw in here for the Bobcats with 18 minutes and 45 seconds to go in the second half, trying to hold on to their 2-0 lead.
Looks like it's going to be a corner kick for the Bobcats here.
Abby Townsend will take the corner kick once again. This is going to be Ohio's 4th corner of the afternoon.
It's going to be a short corner here taken.
Cross back inside for the Bobcats. Townsend looks to win possession back and gets the throw in.
Townsend really using her body there to really force off the defender from the ball. Did that very nicely.
Townsend gets the ball in play. The cross back inside, just a little too heavy. And that ball's going to roll out, or no, stays in, excuse me. Cross back inside, looks for Townsend. 2 players were there. Townsend was one of them. The other, Ryan Pruss, the freshman out of Perrysburg, Ohio, also tried to get ahead on that, but neither of them able to connect. And the ball goes out for that goal kick.
Yeah, and both of them making a great run right there to that back post just a little bit more, and an interception here.
Bad mistake there by the Catamounts, but they're able to recover. They get it back to Trudell, and she fires it away. Bobcats do come up with it again. You can really sense that the Bobcats are starting to pick up some pace, and Western Carolina starting to get tired.
They most definitely are. They might need to make some subs. Again, as we know, in the second half, once you come out, you cannot re-enter like the first half here. So once you're out for the rest of the game here in this second half of play.
Who do you think are some of those players, Gavin, for Western Carolina that kind of need to stand up here and show out to get them back in this game?
Really, I think it's the forward group and also the midfield group. I mean, I give credit to this Catamount defense. They've stood their ground. They've done well. Of course, they are being down 2-0, but they've done very well on the defensive side. But that midfield and that forwards, they've got to get the ball and get chances on net if they want to get back into this game.
One player, I think, too, Kirsten Hahn, the sophomore. We were talking about her a decent amount at the start of this half. She's been able to, find some runs down this near sideline. Let's see if she can maybe capitalize on one of those as well.
Absolutely.
But you were talking about the Catamounts defense holding strong. So is OU's defense.
Absolutely.
For the most part. And the goalkeeper performances by both goalkeepers so far has been very solid. Aaron Rodgers, you got to be happy with that.
Absolutely. And if I was Rodgers, I'd be outstanding, or just very, very pleased with the performance from both keepers so far during this match.
Ball goes out of play, and that ball possession will be in favor of Western Carolina. 15 minutes to go.
That's 25, I believe, entering the match for Western Carolina.
That is Naomi Campbell for Western Carolina. Junior, Wake Forest native.
Actually, number 29, actually. Apologize.
No, no worries. And as we mentioned in that, that's Isabella DeMarco, who we talked about earlier as well. And we do apologize. From our vantage point, we're on the top of the press box here at Chesapeake, so we've got to look down when we're calling the game. And it is a little difficult from our vantage point to see those numbers. We have to squint a little bit, Gavin, to get those.
We do, but hey, if it works, it works.
Our apologies there, ladies and gentlemen. But thank you so much again for joining us. So happy that you're here on the live stream on Bobcat TV. We just have a little over 14 minutes left as the Bobcats with a 2-0 lead over the Western Carolina Catamounts. Bobcats with this win looking to improve to 4-2-1 on the season before heading into MAC play. Back in play, a free kick here for Western Carolina, an Ohio substitute looking to come on as well. Sam Wexel throws it out to Abby Townsend. Here's Townsend. Bodies off two defenders and gets the pass away. Townsend, nice
Beautiful
chip pass over the defense, but just a little too far. And Abby Weiss able to recover.
Yeah, and the Bobcats have been doing that a lot offensively. They've been doing those little 1-2 passes and having one of those left back or right backs almost act as a wing back going up the pitch here on this left and right side, which I'm a big fan of that.
Here comes Ohio once more, trying to keep possession here, and they do. Janaki with some great effort there. Janaki gets the pass once again. Passes it back to her defense. And really, Gavin, in this stage of the game, I think for Ohio, trying to just keep possession, you know, take some time off the clock, practice some good habits before you get into critical MAC play, which is really going to be important for their record and obviously overall MAC standings.
Absolutely, it's almost like park the bus mentality, as I like to say. Really, just defensively, you're already up to nil. About 12 minutes left in the match. Just be sound defensively. Don't give up any stupid mistakes here and there. Control the ball, control possession, and they should see out this win again, as you said before. Critical MAC play starts.
We have 11 minutes to go here in Athens. The Ohio Bobcats with a 2-0 lead over Western Carolina, trying to get revenge after losing to the Catamounts last year in a 3-0 defeat. Janaki goes down and a foul called. It will be Ohio's ball.
7-out infraction call.
As we see here, Bobcats kind of just taking their time with this free kick. Don't want to rush anything. Want to be, as you mentioned, Gavin, sound in all three phases of the field: defense, midfield, and offense. Trudell gets the ball, punts it away. Time ticking away here for Western Carolina. If they want to get back into this game, they're going to need to start creating some chances now. Here's DeMarco.
Still on one here. Can you give me the ref? Ready, 3. Take 3.
And a free kick here for the Bobcats, and who's in a similar position here in the first half where Shea Robertson was able to get a beautiful
To
goal
zoom out a little bit so you can see just the edge of the
to
goal.
open up the scoring and give Ohio a 1-0 lead. Similar position
Yeah.
here, Abby Weiss on the ball
Right there.
for
Little bit more
Western
too.
Carolina, along with Kirsten Hahn.
Ready, 2.
Can the Ohio
One
defense
go wider.
hold serve here in the closing moments of the second half?
Ready, 1. 2 push
Hahn's
in as
gonna
she kicks.
save it for Weiss, and
I just want to be sure, because I'm like,
the ref is pointing towards Ohio's way, and it's an offside call going against Western Carolina.
He'll be so.
Tough break there for the Catamounts, and Ohio gets the possession back. And you got to say, Gavin, too, even with this Western Carolina team at 2-4-1, you wouldn't think they'd have that record with just how hard they've been competing.
No, I mean, not at all. They've done, I think, pretty well so far during this game. I mean, again, those 2 goals, I mean, if you just, that one free kick, again, you can't do much about that. That's a beautiful free kick. Maybe try and not get a foul that close to the box, and then that header. Just make sure someone's marking, that back post, just in case. But besides that, I mean, I thought that they've done pretty well so far.
Bobcats defense also has been fantastic, and we've mentioned that multiple times here in the broadcast as Janaki goes down.
Yeah, it's a hard foul right there on Janoki. Maybe a little bit of frustration coming out right now from the WCU players.
Yeah, my apologies on that mispronunciation. Janoki?
I believe so.
We have 8 minutes to go here at Chesapeake. Ohio retains their 2-0 lead on Western Carolina. Abby Townsend, that pass was not dealt with properly, and Townsend has a chance now. Here's a shot on goal, and it's true. It's good. Another goal for the Ohio Bobcats, now to make it 3-0. Aubrey Rea, the junior out of Akron, Ohio, from Walsh Jesuit High School, gets the goal, and Ohio has sealed the deal with this one surely, giving them a 3-0 lead with just 7:50 to go. Is Aubrey Rea. That was a great goal, and kind of had to just turn around and hit it one time. Those kind of goals are very impressive to see.
Absolutely. You have to really control the ball, which she did. She controlled the ball nicely. She turned around, and she had to generate enough power to get the ball past the keeper, and she did just that. It's a beautiful shot. It's a beautiful goal.
That goal surely should decide the outcome now.
Yeah, you would think that the Bobcats. I mean, I thought that they were just gonna park the bus and sit it, just play against sound defense, no sloppy errors, mistakes. But I mean, hey, all credit to them for piling on the goals and piling on that pressure here.
If you have an opportunity to see what your offense can do and see what kind of chances you can create, why not?
Absolutely, and I think now it's all about getting those younger players some game time as well, which is always crucial for your development of your squad.
Western Carolina now with the ball. It's Alexis DeMarco, the junior out of Charleston, South Carolina, into the game for the Catamounts, as Wexel once again hasn't really been tested, Sam Wexel, but she's been there for her defense. And, when you're a defender, you feel great when you have a keeper behind you who's confident, knows their commands. And, in my soccer team, we had a great goalkeeper. His name was Will Bussey, and, he was always communicating with our defense, and that really makes you feel confident as a defender that your goalie knows what he's doing in between the posts.
Absolutely.
Or her posts.
Absolutely. Whenever that you have a confident keeper in the game, it always makes your defense that much funner to play with, because they know that you can trust you, or that they can trust you when you're the netminder there.
Bobcats looking to move the ball out of their third of the pitch. Ball stays in play there. And falling to the floor. Can't see the number there. Looks like it was Aubrey Rea once again, trying to get her second goal of the afternoon. 5.5 to go here from Chesapeake. Bobcats 3, Western Carolina 0. Here on Ohio Bobcat TV. Thank you so much for joining us, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Darius Sethna, alongside Gavin Carrig. Cross was deflected, and we have another corner here for Ohio. Abby Townsend heads to the far side, left corner, to make the kick. Fifth corner of the game for Ohio Juniors, like you mentioned.
OU's been very deadly so far on these corners. They seem to always pick out those right players in the box, and I think that's what they're going to be trying to do here again. No short corner like last time. I believe Townsend's just going to whip this outswinger into the box.
Townsend gets it in. The header, the shot was deflected a bit. Still up for grabs, and Carolina boots it away. Western Carolina, excuse me. As we approach a little over 4 minutes to go. On a hot day like this, 4 minutes for a team up 3-0. For the Bobcats, it feels like that's still an eternity. And for Western Carolina down 3-0, that's just not enough time to come back from 3-0.
Absolutely, because maybe if it was 2-0 down, you think, hey, like we still have a little bit of a shot, but when it's 3, you have to score 3 minutes or 3 goals inside about 3-4 minutes. It's almost impossible. You'd have to play perfect soccer to really make sure to get the ball up the pitch and take possession almost 100-0 really in that last 3 minutes, which is so difficult to do.
Ohio head coach Aaron Rodgers' halftime message clearly resonated with the team. They came out really on the aggressive side in that second half, and really was one reason they were able to really pull away and take this 3-0 cushion.
Absolutely. And a couple more subs here from, I believe, it's Western Carolina's bench. It seems to be that they're really just emptying out the bench, getting those youngsters some time, which, again, as I said, is crucial for development of any squad. 3 minutes left in the match now. I believe for Bobcats, again, park the bus. But again, if they want to, go ahead and drive up the pitch, try and score again, because why not?
Here's a shot by Western Carolina, and again, another shot by the Catamounts that goes just a little too high.
That was a nice shot, and on that volley too, that is a lot more difficult than it looks. I can tell you that from experience. Those volleys are some of those toughest things to time and get down, and she kept it down well, very well, and missed it that top left corner by just a little bit. It was a very, very nice shot.
I believe that was Abby Lanehart, the sophomore out of Hilton Head, South Carolina, with that most recent shot attempt. Foul called here on the Bobcats.
Interesting call there. It looked just to be a physical play right there down that left wing side. Nice little flick on there, but unfortunately no one was there.
Two minutes.
We have 2 minutes to go here in Athens. This is Aubrey Rea, most recent goal scorer for the Bobcats. Ohio looking to maybe put one last offensive stint together here.
Looks like Abby Townsend down there just trying to dribble out a little bit of clock down there on that right wing side. Again, those wingers today have been crucial for this OU ball club.
Here's Western Carolina, who will fall to a record of 1, 2, and 5. Or excuse me, 1, 3, and 4. Excuse me, I thought the ending number was the number of losses. So excuse me, so it would be 1, 3, and 5. 1 win, 3 losses, 4 draws on the season.
Yeah, and looking at this team here today, they don't look like what their record shows. They've given this Bobcat team a very tough going.
What a fantastic pass there, but offsides is the call. That was Haley Miller, offside for Ohio. But as we wind down this game, I'm Darius Sethna alongside Gavin Carrick. Thank you so much for doing a great job on this broadcast, especially in that first half with the play-by-play. Welcome to the Ohio Bobcat TV family.
Absolutely.
So happy to have you.
Great to be here.
Also want to send special shout-outs to everyone in our tech crew. That includes Chad White, Jordan Williams, Sol Gurbanov, Jordan Bowes, and Zach Vogler. Really could not have made this production possible without all of their efforts getting everything set up here, especially in the very hot sun. We really appreciate you guys and all your efforts to make this possible. And the final whistle sounds. The Ohio Bobcats officially get the 3-0 victory. 3 different scorers for Ohio. We had Shea Robertson, Abby Townsend, and as well the final goal scorer in the game, Aubrey Rea, sealed the deal with her right-footed shot in the closing moments of the game. So overall, Ohio now heads into MAC play officially. Their non-conference portion of their season comes to an end. And Gavin, your overall thoughts on this Ohio team? They now improved to 4-2-1 on the season. Defense was strong, goalkeeping was strong, offense was strong, midfield was strong. This team looks really, really good. What did you like from the Bobcats from your perspective now as they head into MAC play?
I liked all of it. I loved the goalkeeping, especially as a former goalkeeper myself. The goalkeeping from both keepers, Celeste Soma and also Sam Wexel, one a freshman, one a senior. Both of them were fantastic. Keeping a clean sheet. That's now 3 clean sheets in I believe the past 4 or 5 matches. So I mean that's always great as a goalkeeper. And also as a defensive unit. As a defensive unit, you always work with your keeper to keep that clean sheet. So as much as the goalkeeper takes credit for that, the defense does too. Going on to that midfield today.